A solar flare occurs when magnetic energy that builds up in the solar atmosphere is suddenly released. Charged particles, such as electrons, protons, and heavier ions, travel away from the sun along magnetic field lines. Others move towards the surface of the sun and emit X-ray and gamma-ray radiation as they slow down. Flares produce all forms of radiation, from radio waves and visible light to X-rays and gamma rays.
Why study solar flares?
The biggest flares are as powerful as billions of hydrogen bombs exploding at the same time. We still don't know what triggers them or how they release so much energy in such a short time. But solar flares have a direct effect on the Earth's upper atmosphere. For instance, long-distance radio communications can be disrupted by the effect of flares on the Earth's ionosphere that is a part of the Earth's atmosphere. In addition, energetic particles accelerated in solar flares that escape into interplanetary space are dangerous to astronauts outside the protection of the Earth's atmosphere and magnetic field, and also to electronic instruments in space.
Where do solar flares occur?
Solar flares occur in the solar atmosphere. Inside a flare, the temperature is roughly 10 times hotter than the corona and can be as high as 100 million degrees Celsius. The frequency of solar flares varies with the 11-year solar cycle. At solar minimum, very few flares occur. As the sun approaches the maximum part of its cycle, they occur more and more frequently. Let me show you on this graph. Let's look at the graph of actual solar flare data from 1990 to 2001. The title of this graph is Number of Solar Flares versus Years. The horizontal axis, or x-axis, represents years, and the vertical axis, or y-axis, represents the total number of flares recorded. From the graph, we can see that we have a solar maximum in 1990 and one in 2001. We have a solar minimum at some point between 1995 and 1996. This graph shows us that the sun does have a solar cycle, which is about 11 years. From this graph, we can predict when the next solar maximum and minimum will occur.